What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I got some breakfast or what have you. I remember my very first video that I ever uploaded to YouTube was a breakfast video. I was eating pancakes and eggs and probably some bacon because that's typically what I eat on the weekends. It's not the weekend right now, it's a weekday, but I don't know, I just love to have a hot breakfast. So I'm gonna say grace and then get to eating. Dear Father, thank you for this food and murder for nourishment in my body and health. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So I got some eggs, I got some waffles, some bacon, some hash browns, and some grits. So I freaking love breakfast food. Like, breakfast food is my favorite thing. Like, I can eat breakfast for dinner, lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I just love breakfast food. It's so good. I thought about making pancakes, but I really want to make pancakes. I went to the store and got these waffles yesterday. So, I didn't bring me a fork over here. I brought a spoon. I'm gonna see how it goes with the spoon. Now I'll get up and get my fork. I love grits. Oh, you see that steam coming off them eggs, boy? It's hectic. You can see my little covers over there. I sleep on the couch a lot lately. It's like a glare because the window is like right there, but then I also got the light on, so it's a lot. Anywho, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing all right? It's almost Christmas. As of the day of this video will probably be out after Christmas. I don't know, but it's almost Christmas. Are y'all like I get my Christmas shopping done early? Y'all start in the middle of the year, at the beginning of the year? Like, what are y'all? Because I'm definitely a procrastinator. Although I did pretty good this year. I mean, I got a lot of stuff during Black Friday. That's because it was, electronic stuff, and they had deals on stuff, so. Got some stuff. This will be my oldest son's last year, just him for Christmas. My little baby, he'll only be 2 months by the time Christmas comes, and he don't know what's going on. Our next Christmas gonna be lit. Kind of burnt that one because I was finishing getting everything ready. I almost forgot that was in there because it cooked slower than the other ones under the broiler. Bubby is kind of up. He was asleep, but I'm gonna finish getting my annual Christmas cards together. I started sending Christmas cards. I forget when. Maybe when my son was like 1, maybe 2. I've been sending them ever since, and it's like they're expected. Like if I don't send Christmas cards, like one of best friends, I'm surprised she ain't asked me yet, because she be like, where my card at? I gotta go finish writing them up so I can go get some stamps and put those in the mail hopefully today. I need to do it today because I may not have any time any other day to do it. I love grits. What are y'all type of grit people are y'all? Are y'all a salt and pepper grit person or a sugar and cheese person? I'm definitely a sugar and cheese grit person. That's just how I grew up. Like, I can't imagine putting salt and pepper in my grits. I mean, me personally put them in there. And if I went to a restaurant, they put it in there, obviously that's cool, but I would still, even if I went to a restaurant and they put salt and pepper in there, I would definitely still put at least sugar in there. And depending on what it is, I might ask for them to put some cheese in there. Like at Waffle House, I always get cheese and sugar. Well, I get cheese in my grits, and then I add sugar. Hi, Bubby. What y'all got planned for the holiday? Usually, we don't do a whole lot on Christmas. Thanksgiving is the one that's the big to do. Christmas, we're just at home chilling. Waking up a little early, opening presents. My son told me I had to be up at like 7. And I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna be up anyway, because Bubby be up that early. But my oldest, I don't think he won't come home. He's with his dad right now, and I don't think he won't come home. He will have been there for almost 2 weeks, and his Christmas break starts on Friday, and he's like, yeah, I'll see you in January. I'm like, what the? It's going to be really weird if he does. I mean, I don't have a problem with it or what have you, but I'm going to miss him. Like, I miss him right now. It's just like a really long time that we've been apart. Because we usually joined at the hip. And, like, it's funny because people know. Like, people, when I'm not with him, they be like, well, where is he at? But he didn't get to spend a whole lot of time with his dad. So when he does say that he wants to get him, I definitely don't even. I'm looking at Baby because she's giving basic, but I think he's about to go back to sleep. Mm-hmm. You know, so when he does ask to get him, I'll be like, what time? When you need me to be? When does he need to be ready? I should, like, really, I don't know. Like people say, enjoy your break or whatever, but I love being a mom. It's never like I don't ever look at it as a burden, Like it's something, Bubby's pooping over here. Making the poops. I don't never look at it as a burden. Like, something this is what I'm supposed to do, I mean, I do need to take advantage of, getting breaks and stuff like that. Breaks. Because you need that, for your mental sanity and stuff like that. You know, especially with me adjusting to being a mom of 2 now. It's cool. I mean, you know, nice to just focus on the little one right now, because obviously he needs the most attention, but it ain't always gonna be like that. So therefore, I'd rather just, you know, have both my babies. Baby just over there chilling. I remember I was going to talk about, but I forgot in the last video, just talking about, you know, just how far me and my oldest came. You know, when I had him, I was living, my sister and I had just started living together. It was a struggle. I was 23 when I had him. I was still in school, still in college. I was finished, like I was in my senior year of college. Was I in my senior year? No. Yes. I was a 5th year, because man, accounting was horrible. And I had like my overall GPA was high enough, but like my major GPA wasn't high enough for me to graduate with my major, and so I had to keep retaking classes or whatever to raise my major GPA. And it really was just it was this one, what was it, cost accounting. Oh my gosh, that was the devil. Cost accounting was so hard. I probably took that class like 3 times. And then my entry level classes, like I didn't do so well in those. Like my first accounting class, I almost failed. The only reason why I passed is because when grades was already in, and I knew that I was about to fail this class, but the only reason why I passed is because they did something with the attendance, which, like, they didn't give people credit for attendance one time, and that gave me 4 points, which put me at a D. And then, so that was my first accounting class, and then the second one was just as hard. I don't know why I couldn't get the studying together. I don't know. At first, I really didn't like the professor that taught the, entry-level accounting classes. But when I took his classes, as I got higher and, higher up in my major classes, I really appreciated the way he taught. Like, I understood it. Maybe it was a maturity thing. I don't know. But it clicked. I don't know. It clicked, and, like, I was getting better grades in his classes or whatever, like B's. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I don't know why I didn't realize it, but this is the way that he taught, and he taught the same way in the other classes. The way he taught was so easy to understand, and if you really got it, then you could pass the class easily. And it wasn't like I didn't take his class like freshman year or anything like that. And then a mistake I made was taking all of my GCs first. So by the time I got into my major classes, I had no like classes to really offset any bad grades I got in my major classes. So like when I first got to college, I was on the dean's list like probably all of freshman year, most of sophomore year, and that was just because I was taking all those GCs. And shoot, those was really just like a recap of what you learned in high school. Yeah, so that was that. I was supposed to graduate the March before I had him, but I, again, didn't have a high enough GPA to get my diploma. High enough GPA in my major classes. So I had to keep, I would try to take the cost accounting class again because I think I failed it the first time and I got a D the next time. I tried to take it again. I think I got a D again. Or maybe I just did, or maybe a C minus. I don't know. Whatever it was, I didn't get high enough to, raise the grade. So then I started taking my tax accounting classes over again. And then me and my sister ended up graduating the same semester, which I don't know. I don't know if I've admitted this to my dad yet because this is so bad. So the March, March of 2011 was when everybody thought I graduated, but I didn't really get my diploma or my degree until December of 2011. I was supposed to graduate December of 2010, and it was so embarrassing because I had all my family come down here and was gonna attend graduation, but I didn't graduate, or I didn't even go to graduation, or what have you. So then the next March, I was like, it's happening again. Everybody's coming down here, but I'm not graduating for real. But it was just embarrassing. And so I was just like, I'm just going to pretend like I'm walking across the stage, pretend like I graduated. My aunt and my sister, we all came up with this elaborate story to say that because my dad wanted to see my degree after I got off the stage. And I was like, I had to go give it back to the people because they spelled my name wrong. Which was a valid thing. People were like, you had to go and give your degree to these people or whatever. If your name was spelled wrong, my name wasn't spelled wrong. It wasn't no degree in there. But I eventually did graduate. It's so bad, but But this just goes to show you that it really doesn't matter, okay, what your grades are. These employers just want to know that you have a degree or whatever. And one of my cousins always says, a degree just tells you how trainable you are. That's basically what it is, okay? Excuse me. Your grades don't matter as far as employment is concerned, but grad school, I almost did have a hiccup with that. Which it was, I think, I ain't gonna lie, I definitely think this was a race thing or something or I don't know, people say maybe it was the work history, but in any event, the school I went to for graduate school, they didn't require you to have to take the GMAT. They would just bring you in for an interview and discuss your work history, school history and stuff like that and decide whether or not they want you to take the GMAT or if they would, grant you admission just based off the interview. And I feel like they didn't even really ask me no questions when I went in that thing for the interview. They was just like, yeah, we want you to take the GMAT. And I'm just like, well, dang. You ain't gonna ask me what happened in undergrad and why because they wanted you to have, I think your GPA had to be, I don't know, maybe above a 3.0 or something like that. And if it wasn't, then they would bring you, I think if you had a 3.0, you probably was automatically granted admission along with whatever other criteria that we had. But if it wasn't, then they brought you in for the interview to decide whether they wanted you to take GMAT. And I'm just like, they ain't asked what happened in undergrad, why your GPA was a little lower or nothing like that. They was just like, it was just like a high, yeah, we want you to take GMAT. It was probably more stuff discussed than that, but that was basically the gist. And I'm just like, but then, I get in my class with my cohort and stuff like that. And I talk to other people and they didn't require them to take GMAT. One of my friends, he was like, and he is melanin recessive. He was like, yeah, they asked, because his GPA wasn't a 3.0 in undergrad, and he was like, yeah, they asked me, basically they asked him if them requiring him to take the GMAT was a barrier to him going to the school, and he was like, yeah, and they was like, oh, we ain't gonna make you take it then. But they surely made me take it. I only took it one time. I think I got a 420, which is not that good. I hate standardized tests or what have you, or just, and I probably procrastinated and didn't really give it a good study or whatever. But it was funny, I was studying at work and stuff, and like my coworkers stuff would help me out with questions and stuff. But yeah, with the score, I think they just wanted me to take it or whatever. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But in any event, by the grace of God, was accepted into grad school, and then end up doing way better. Like, I was definitely the best person, like, student in my cohort or whatever, for graduate school. Not that it mattered. It was just, but I was just focused on getting really good grades because it was a redemption thing for myself or whatever, being that I didn't, like, because I feel like I am a good student or whatever, but for whatever reason, undergrad just, the tail end of undergrad just really got to me. It was just a lot going on. I just didn't study. That's just what it was. If I had studied, I'd have really, like, kicked all of undergrads. But I mean, I did study, living in dorms and stuff like that. You ain't got nothing else but to do but study. And I will always, like, make sure my homework and stuff was done or assignments were done before I went to party or whatever. And it was so funny because, when I would do that, then, we would come back and say we went out on Saturday night or something. Then, my friends talking about they got all this work to do on Sunday. Meanwhile, I'm chilling because I did my stuff on Friday or did it during the week. So I didn't have to worry about it. But then, I don't know, maybe it just went downhill when I moved off campus and I started working. Like, I had to work because I was living off campus. I mean, I still got a refund check, but for whatever reason, I decided that me and my friend at the time decided to get this really expensive apartment that was like $500 a piece a month or whatever in rent. Why does a college student need $1,000 rent apartment? It was a really nice apartment. It was really in one of these communities that's really prominent. I mean, really upscale, high class, But I didn't need that. But then the reason why we ended up getting that place was we had waited to the last minute. Like, we decided that we were going to move off campus like at the end of the year prior. I think maybe a month before school was out, we tried to start looking for places, but really we didn't know, like, the area or what have you. Like, I mean, I've been to Columbus before. I'm from Cleveland, but I moved, I had family in Columbus, which is part of the reason why I decided to go to Ohio State, because I knew I had a little bit of family down here and I wouldn't be totally by myself and I wasn't too far away from home. And Columbus, Ohio is like 2 hours away from Cleveland, so not far at all or whatever. So, we didn't know the area or what have you, so we didn't know really where to look. And the one day we did try to go off campus, oh my gosh, it was so bad. We was really broke college students. Like, so we drove out east or whatever, and basically we only had gas. We didn't have that much money for gas or whatever. Like, so we drove out east, wasted gas. Oh my gosh. Sat at a gas station and we was like, well, we could either go and, risk running out of gas, or just put the little bit of money that we do get back in the gas tank and go back to campus. And that's what we did. So we didn't end up going to go look for a place. So then I think the day that I was going back home for summer break, we ended up signing a lease for the place that we ended up moving in. And it was basically like, because she was going to basic training for the Army or what have you. She was going to do the Army Reserves. So we had to make a decision, like, before I left, because otherwise, like, I think she was leaving soon and, we weren't going to have time. She was going to be gone. And this was the only place that, like, they could tell us if they had availability so far in advance, because, this is June, we're getting out of school, and we wouldn't be back until September. And most places couldn't tell you that far out, what their availability would look like. Plus, we ain't nowhere else to move to anyway. So, yeah, we ended up doing that place. And I mean, it could have worked or what have you. Like, if I would have just strictly used, and for the most part, I kind of did, but if I'd have just strictly used, like, my refund check to pay my rent, like, because I got, like, over $1,500 in a refund every quarter or whatever. So if I'd have just strictly, used that for my rent, and then, when I worked, I just had, whatever gas and whatever other utilities that we had. But for whatever reason, irresponsibleness of a college student, you can't trust me to do that for real. So yeah, that was that. And yeah, so I don't even know how I got on this tangent, because I know I was talking about my son, this is what I want to talk about in the other video, about how, you know, basically, like, I mean, we just came a long way. So anywho, I was 23. I was getting ready to graduate. Me and my sister had moved together in April, I think, of the year that my son was born. He was born in June. And man, it was hard, man. You know, we was definitely, me and my sister were on assistance, and then I was working at a hospital, at OSU hospital. Wasn't making that much. And then when I had him, you know, daycare and all this, because I was I was single parent, okay? Like, homie wasn't around until, he just wasn't around, okay? He said, I don't want nothing to do with you and that baby, so. So, I had to do what it, I had to make it do what it do. And, you know, of course, did pursue child support, but wasn't really getting that consistently or what have you. So, what about to say? It was hard, man. I don't know how I did it. I really don't. I'm looking back now, like, I only made, at OSU Hospital, I probably made about $11 maybe. $11, $12 maybe. And man, and then his daycare bill was like $240 a week. And I did that. I didn't like go anywhere else, like really shop around, because one, that daycare is a really good daycare. It's like, you know, on top of having the seasoned people, they like have students who are studying, you know, early childhood development and all that good stuff. So, or have graduated with that type of degree or what have you. So just very good daycare or whatever. Bubby. So let me hurry up. So yeah, I don't know how I paid for that daycare, because I didn't qualify for a voucher. I made too much money, which I don't know how that was possible, because, you know, barely getting by. I was on assistance, but I just didn't qualify. I don't know how, but I just did not qualify for that Title 20 voucher. Which leads me to another point, because just like, you know, people who don't got no job, they be qualified, but it's just like they don't need their kids to be watched. They can watch their own daggone kids, okay? Because they ain't working. They ain't got no job. Bubby. I just think they should make it easier for the working, you know, middle class people who, like, you know, we ain't rich, but, you know what I'm saying, we barely, you know, break it even, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, more on that in the next video. If you are new here, definitely subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And leave us some comments down below. Let us know how we're doing. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.